Warning, this is a family-friendly radio. Children of all ages are welcome to participate.
This is my grandpa's geocaching talk show.
Hiker James After Cache is sponsored by Cacheface.social. Like to meet new friends, share your photos, tell stories about your caching adventures? Go to Cacheface.social. You might be surprised that some of your friends are already there waiting for you. So try it out today. It's free and it always will be. That's www.cacheface.social. See you there.
And now for our latest news.
Hello, geocachers, and welcome to Hiker James After Cache, episode 16. That makes us about 4 months into this program, and so far we're doing quite well. Our average listeners per week is slowly rising, and so we are pleased with that. Okay, what I want to do first here is throw in some birthdays this week. We have 3 of them from cacheface.social, which is sent to me via email. And Wednesday, the 8th, this week, we have Norman Hicks, who is 54. And on the same day, Wednesday the 8th, we have Helen Maya, who is 49. And Friday the 10th is Debbie McCullum, and she is 41. That's all we have for this week. And if you would like to have your birthday read on the air, just send me an email to radiotalkshow2013@gmail.com. All right, let's see. Has anybody been following the story on the geocaching blog about geocachers find a message in a bottle from 1970? And they have this posted on blog.geocaching.com, and there was a CITO program, which is Cache In, Trash Out, and they were cleaning up this area when one of them spotted this bottle, and they were a little curious about it, as the paper inside of it with the date. And so they'd opened it up. And on the inside of this bottle, on this note, says July 7th, 1970. Anyone finding this bottle, please contact Darlin Yates and Georgia Love at, then they blanked out the address. So they said that they were probably children at that time, and now they were adults. So it was interesting. They show some of the stuff that they'd gathered from their Cache In, Trash Out event. And so the story's not over with yet. That was part 1 that's on there, and they are going to have part 2. They're checking it out right now to see if they can locate the 2 that put this note in the bottle. And if check back next Tuesday, October the 7th, for the second part of the story, and find out who could get in contact with these two girls that placed it there. So that's pretty interesting. It's it's a little too late for me to place a bottle out there. Now that was 1970, 40-something years ago, and someone has found it. So, all right. Also on geocaching.com blog, there's I geocache of the week. So, and it says step inside my geocache, and the GC code on that is 3V like Victor, 52D like David, and so that's GC 3V52D, and you go there and check that story out. And it's an old shed out in the middle of the nowhere, I guess. See, like a little prairie thing there with some trees in the background. First time these people ever went inside a geocache. It's kind of nice. They got several pictures of it there, and the inside view and what it looks like. So I guess that would probably be the first geocache that you could actually walk inside of. So that's an interesting story also, and you can find these as they happen. If you go to blog.geocaching.com. Okay, and also I've checked out the blog on Open Caching North America. That's at blog.opencaching.us, and I see that they haven't placed anything on there this week since October 1st, which was my episode 15. So I hope everything's well up there for you guys, and we hope to see some postings up here shortly. And until then, we'll keep checking back and see what the next story is going to be on your blog. Okay, if you have a blog that you do and you want to let everybody out there in the geocaching world know about it, you can send me an email and just let me know what kind of a blog it is, the address, who you are, and where you are, and we'll get it out there on the air and advertise it that your geocaching blog is there for readers to learn more about geocaching or whatever your stories on there might be. Let's see, it's 7 o'clock here on Sunday morning. It's Eastern New York time. I've only had about half a cup of coffee, so bear with me. Anyway, the temperature here has been fairly messed up. I don't know what to say. I'm sure it's like this everywhere now because of fall, and we are into fall right now, not too far from winter. And let's see what we got here, because you know it was really weird. One day I'm driving home from work with my air conditioner on. The next day I'm going to work with the heater going, and then the next day I'm going to work with the windows down. It's just not. It's crazy. Today it's only going to get up to 55 degrees Fahrenheit, and tonight it's going to get down to 45. But, you know, it's been kind of like a misty rain, lots of wind blowing, I would think. Let me see here. usually tells how much wind is blowing out there, but I don't find it real quickly here. So anyway, there's been probably about 15, 18 mile an hour winds, and it just makes it a mess because if you wear glasses like I do, that wind blowing that misty rain in your face, and you have to stop every few minutes to clean that off of there. Wish they made windshield wipers for glasses there. That would be kind of cool. I mean, with all the technology, you'd think they'd figure something out where that would work. And so anyway, that's the kind of weather we're having here, and I'm sure your weather's getting pretty messy and messed up there as well. Let me know. Send me that email and let me know what kind of weather you're having where you are, and how does your that affecting your geocaching? Because I know a lot of places are used to this type of weather. I know out in where is it? Is it Oregon, Washington, up in there, that their rainy season is pretty much all year long, and other parts of the country, they're in the colder climates as well. And then there are other parts, as like Florida and Arizona, that it's always hot and humid pretty much year round. And I know out in Arizona, when it gets down to like 65 degrees, 70 degrees, they start wearing their jackets. And yeah, okay, that's because that's them. That's the way they are out there. So I remember I took a trip down to Florida back in February, and it was like snowing and sleeting here when I left Ohio, and I knew he was going to be going south and be driving for a while, so I took my jacket off, threw it in the back seat, and I think the temperature was like 23 degrees or something like that. It was windy, nasty, so that just left me with a short sleeve shirt on. And as I got closer toward the south, I think it was in Georgia, stopped and took a little break there and got out of the car, and it felt pretty nice. It was like 37 degrees. So, the temperature went up quite a bit. Sun was shining. And got out of the car, and everybody at the gas station was walking around with their winter jackets on. But when we got down to Florida, it was pretty much 78, 79 degrees for the whole week we were there. And I think it was a Wednesday morning when we got up. I went outside, just, expecting it to be a nice warm day. It was, 65 to 70 degrees, somewhere in there. But, it wasn't that far from the ocean, the beach part of where we were at. And with the humidity and the wind blowing off the water, it was pretty chilly. And so I went right back in the house, and I got my jacket on. So what do people from Florida think about people from Ohio wearing their jacket when it's only 70 degrees? And so anyway, you don't laugh at people because of what they do. Think about where they're from and what kind of weather they're used to, and you'll understand sometimes what they're doing. Alrighty, well, let's see. We about 15 minutes into this broadcast, so let's do this.
We'll be back after this commercial.
Geocachers, check it out. FTF Geocacher Magazine, the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers.
FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios, and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Check it out at www.ftfgeocacher.com. Hello, fellow geocachers. We would like to take this opportunity to introduce TravelFleas.com. We are a company devoted to expanding your fun and adventure while geocaching. It's always exciting when you discover a cache, and for many of us, it's even a bigger thrill when there's a trackable hidden inside the cache. Discovering a trackable and being able to move it along its journey involves us more in the game. Now you, your group, and your clubs can become part of the journey by attaching your own personalized travel fleas to a trackable and go along for the ride. What are travel fleas, you ask? They are brightly colored, durable metal tags personalized with your geocaching username. Instead of just signing a log and moving on, let other geocachers know who you are by attaching your personalized travel fleas tag to a trackable and join the journey. To purchase your personalized travel fleas, visit our website at travelfleas.com. Happy geocaching, the team at travelfleas.com.
This part of Geocaching Talk Show is sponsored by Cache Advance. For a full line of geocaching needs, visit their website today. They are an official Groundspeak distributor, and they have everything you need for geocaching supplies. That's www.cache-advance.com.
If you would like to donate to Aftercache, you can go to www.donateaftercache.com. There you can choose the payment type that best suits you. Any amount is appreciated, and we thank you in advance for your generous support. That's www.donateaftercache.com. Okay, we're going to move right along here to a story that we have acquired. And this is a little bit different, but I was talking to a fellow, Adam, and Adam is from, let me see here. Adam, where'd you go, Adam? Okay, there you are. Adam is from Northern Kentucky, and he has been caching off and on since 2007, but he's back with renewed vigor in 2014. And he goes caching with his son. Let's see, his caching name is Slacker _ and his son, AJ the Kid. And so they have, he describes himself as a father, an adventurer, ideal fountain, hack writer, and student of the human condition. And he has a video out on YouTube. And it was about geo junk, what's in your geo bag. And he'd posted that. Well, I happened to watch the video, and I got to listening to it, and I'm thinking that would make a pretty good audio also. There are some things, that he was showing. He was showing a lot of things on there that he takes with him. But if you can just bear with this audio, he told me, he let me convert it into an audio and play it on the radio. So at least you get to hear the things that he takes with him. And also he asked me if I would post the address to the video, and I said I would do that. Now I can read you the address to the YouTube, but also I'm going to post it on my website, hikerjamestalkshow.com, and you can go there and just click on the video itself and watch the video. Yeah, he's got some things on there that'd be interesting to look at also, but I was just going to try this out because this is something new that haven't actually taken a video and converted it to an audio and played it on the radio. It come out real good, I think. And so what we're going to do is go to that and listen to him as he speaks. Now, let's see if there's anything else that I've left out. Who he is, where he's from. How long's he been geocaching? Yeah, since 2007. That's quite a while. I guess, everybody kind of gives it up there for a little while and then they jump right back into it. I did the same thing myself, but yeah, it's geocaching is something that's you once you get addicted to it, you might kind of control the urge once in a while, but you fall right back into it. So anyway, let's not waste any more time talking about that. Let's go into the audio and listen to what Adam has to say about what's in his geobag.
Hey geocachers, I saw the post today about who carries what, and I put a lot of thought into that when I first started, and I'm sure a lot of people put a lot of thought into it now, what they take out with them and what they don't. So my son, who's 5, he usually goes out with me, and we've amassed quite a bit of junk that we carry around with us at times. So I just thought that I would run through some of the things that I found that work and the things that we usually try to take with us when we go out. So here you go. I thought I'd start with some of the stuff that probably everybody takes with them when they go out. This is the basic things that we almost always have with us. I've got my Garmin GPS, which is the 62 with the camera in it. I use this and my phone quite a bit. I've got a Samsung Galaxy S3, so I like to have the GPS with me because sometimes I get into places where the phone doesn't get reception and I haven't thought to download the maps beforehand, so I can just plug in the coordinates on this and we're good to go. Incidentally, I found that the handheld and the phone, it's about 50-50 which one's more accurate, but I can say I'm not worried about dumping this into a lake or it rolling down some rocks or whatever, so it's nice to have this, when you're out somewhere that's not a parking grab. So I especially take this with me a lot when I'm not out with my boy, and I might go out and try to do something a little bit more adventurous than I would if I had him with me. My son's got this small GPS. You may still be able to find these around some places. The GeoMate Junior. You turn it on and it will just it gives you a list of like the 5 or 10 closest GPS or geocaches, and it gives you some basic stuff. He likes to fool around with it a little bit and carry it around, so we usually take that with us too. Got my trusty Write in the Rain pin here, which these things are awesome. It always writes, and even if the log is wet or whatever, you can sign this, and it's been fairly indestructible. It's made out of metal, and I think that thing is great. I try to take it with me whenever I go out. Of course, we've got the trusty Sharpie also. This one has the fine end as well as the fatter end, just in case you want to write something down somewhere or whatever. It's nice to have something besides the ink pen to do that with. I've got this little Gerber here. It's not as super duper as my bigger Gerber. It's still pretty new, so it's a little tricky to open. But it's got your tweezers covered there. Chomp chomp. Some wire cutters. It's got a pocket knife in it. Some screwdriver heads. It's got a clip on it. It's also got a little beaner on it. So you can hook it onto something if you want, which is kind of nice. I love these flashlights. This PX25 flashlight. These things are nuclear bright. It's got the button on the end, and I don't know that it's got more than one. I think it's only got one mode. I don't think it does a strobe. It may. I don't ever use it for that. But I can tell you, this thing is bright. So if you want some daylight light, this thing. I take 2 of them. This end is actually it's an attachment for a mag light, but it lights up red. Just for those times where you want to be out looking around, but you don't want to draw a bunch of attention to yourself by having some nuclear bright light with you. Of course, you can also take this end off, and it's just like this one. So it's a backup flashlight as well as being the red one. I also keep this in my camera bag for when I'm out shooting at night. I do a lot of photography, and it's great for that as well. Hand sanitizer, because, you know, I don't like my hands being dirty after I get back in the car. Sometimes you can get kind of grimy, or sometimes you touch some stuff that is gross. Insect repellents. Admittedly, we don't use this a lot, but, you know, sometimes we got folks with us that want some, or sometimes the gnats or the mosquitoes are just so bad that it's nice to have it, so keep some of this around. It's the EcoSmart organic kind, which I think everyone should get. Then this bad boy here, we use this a lot. It gets a lot of, it's a multi-tool kind of. Of course, it's supposed to just be your telescopic mirror, but I also sometimes will wedge it into some place and use it to pull stuff to me or maneuver things around with it. It's good for that. It's also got here on the end an LED, so it lights up. It's not a real strong light, but it helps sometimes. I used it the other day fishing around in a tree trunk for something, so it was good for that. I actually wound up finding a toad that I probably would have grabbed with my hand. It was a gigantic fat toad. Would have probably wound up grabbing that had I not looked in there with this first. And it's pretty small, so you know, I usually just cram that in my pocket, take it with us. Then I've got a really small first aid kit. This one I think is, it's from CSX Railroad. That's where the case is from anyway. I've pretty much replaced everything inside of it. It's just got some mesh band-aids, some antiseptic, this is iodine, eye wash, some anti-sting stuff, and you know, just some of the basics, alcohol pads, things like that. Just enough to clean up some cuts and scrapes or some stings while you're out there fooling around. Nice to have that. So, that's the basic stuff that we almost always take with us. Some extra stuff that I take with us sometimes if I want to take the bag, and I'll show you the bag. You know, this is usually the stuff that we carry in our pockets or on us. Or some of it, you know, I leave in the Jeep, the geocaching vehicle. But some of the other things I take with us, pair of gloves. Hey, look, there's a spider on that glove. Not anymore. So these are good. You know, they're not too bad on the hands. They fit pretty tight. So you've got some dexterous movement there. I've got a little Write in the Rain notepad in case I want to leave a message or write something down. We used it the other day for a multi. Or actually, it was a puzzle cache, so I wrote down some of the stuff as we figured it out as we went, so it was nice to have it with us there. Sunblock, because we're redheads, and, you know, the sun is our enemy. Backup Sharpie, just in case. Moist towelettes, just in case you want to wipe your hands off. I also have a set of dice in there, and a deck of cards, just in case I'm stuck somewhere with kids for a while and need something to do. I carry those with us. So that's pretty much it for the tools. Other things that I take with us. This is a small bag of cache maintenance things and tiny swag that, you know, might fit in a small container. So just some backup plastic bags, because you never know when you're going to need those. In here I've got some backup logs and some micro containers. So various size logs. And some little mini swag, little magnetic things, you know, just to leave in the caches. This is a cool little container. You probably can't see it, but it looks like concrete. It's a little cosmetic case with a magnet on the bottom, you know, with a little log in there, and I've got a little bit of swag in the bottom there. Not sure where I'm going to plant that, but it'll go somewhere. This is a larger version of the same thing. Just a little backup container. I had a bigger one that was probably maybe that size until yesterday. We were out and I found a broken container somewhere with a missing log, and I just replaced it and we went on our way. So it's nice to have those things with you. So instead of getting the maintenance log, you can actually just go ahead and fix it up and leave it for the next person and move on and get a smiley. This is the swag box. This is where I keep all the swag that I'm gonna do something with eventually. I try to figure out where we're going to go on the caches before we go out. So I usually just take whatever is appropriate. This actually belongs to my little maintenance thing, but these are labels for geocaches. You probably can't see that. There you go. Another, just an empty Altoids container. It's got a little Altoid still in it. Bam, ready to go. This is going to be a travel bug I'm going to place in a cache I'm planning now. A little game, figurines, got some Disney pins. I know a lot of people like those. Try to leave stuff like this in the caches for the kids to find. A little Angry Birds guy, some SpongeBob. So sometimes the Happy Meal toys, nobody really, I don't know. My son doesn't mind opening up them, so they're easy swag to keep a hold of. This is actually more stuff to make more magnets and stuff out of. So, Spider-Man top. Anyway, you get the idea. Some bracelets that my daughter makes, things like that. That's usually what I keep in here. The other stuff that I almost always have with us, of course, the clean canteen water bottle. Can't go wrong with those. Those are nice. And then I've got the Geo bag. Actually, I use this bag for lots of stuff. It's a 511 tactical bag. They're awesome bags. You can look up the reviews. I won't go through all the features of it, but it's nice. It's, I got a backup pin on here. We got our little team patch. I can hang my jacket off the bottom. I've got some beaners in here to hang stuff on. Cigar punch, for just in case. And usually I keep all those tools in here in the front, and with the basic things, and then much bigger compartment in here, and I usually keep the first aid and the cleanup stuff inside there so it doesn't get messed up. And then up top it's got a padded compartment up here for sunglasses, or if you wanted to put a phone or an iPod or something in there. And then up here, this is a pocket for a phone or whatever, and it's got a little hole here where you can put some headphones through there. This bag also, if you're into that kind of thing, has a bladder container for a Camelback, and you can run the hose up through the inside of the bag, underneath here, and then these are hose holders. So you could actually put a liter of water bladder inside this thing, carry it around. So, there you have it. That's our stuff. The only other things that I sometimes take with me, I also use that bag as a camera bag occasionally when I'm just going to go out and do some quick shooting. A lot of times if I'm going out to geocache alone, especially, I'll take my camera with me and I'll try to find a cache in a location where I want to go and do some shooting and kill two birds with one stone. So, this little bag here with the drawstrings on it is just big enough on the inside to hold two lenses and my camera and maybe a little bit of stuff on top. So, and it's padded, of course. And it fits right inside the Geo bag, just barely, right into this main compartment, so that I can button all that up and take my camera with me and still have room for the Geo junk. So it works out kind of nice. Anyway, I hope that was helpful for somebody. Oh yeah, one more thing I usually take with me, because I don't have any hair. I always take a hat with me, because you never know, you're going to be out in the sun. So my son usually takes one, so do I. Anyway, I hope that was helpful for somebody, and gives you an idea of what we take out with us. I love to see some videos of what other people take out with them. So, have a good one, and cash on.
Okay, Adam, hey, we appreciate you letting us take that audio and play it on the radio. And like I said, if anybody wants to watch that video, I'll give you the address now, but also, like I said, I will post it on hikerjamestalkshow.com, so it would be a little easier to find it that way. So the address to his video is www.youtube.com/watch ? Small v like Victor, =, capital F, capital Q, small I, small f, capital O, capital H, small y, small b, capital D, capital S, 8. Okay, now that you don't have. If you want to, just go to my website and look at it. It'll be the first one on the page when you bring it up, and I'll have the video right there where you can click on that and watch it yourself. And yeah, it's awful hard to read somebody's address like that. They do this capitalized small letter stuff and the little signs and different things on there. But go there to hikerjamestalkshow.com and check it out. All right. That about wrapped it up for that, which I'm really am happy to know that he's having some fine time with his son and geocaching, getting back into it, and we hope to hear more about his adventures as it goes. He also told me that he would like to do an interview with me later in the future, and so we hope to hear from him over that shortly, and we can throw that up there on the air also. Okay, look out Lisa. We have her coming up, and which we have not received any new questions of the week from her this week, so we're going to go ahead and throw in the little filler that she had made and to supplement for the missing emails that I did not receive from her. I hope everything's going well with her, Lisa. We just know that sometimes you get caught up in some of your events and things and just don't get that out to us, so we appreciate you giving us a filler there at one time to throw in to cover that. So now we will take you to Lisa. And so, Lisa, what is happening today?
Hey, Cachers. I'm Lookout Lisa from Cache Advance, your host for the geocaching question of the day. Well, I've been caching since 2002, and I've been in the business of geocaching since 2005. Monday through Thursdays, we ask our followers on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+ a question about geocaching. Well, I am hanging up my Gone Caching sign, which means that there is no recorded geocaching question of the day for this week. So please sit back and enjoy the rest of this podcast. We know that everyone involved has put together a great show for you. So be sure to follow us, Cache Advance, on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, for the geocaching question of the day. Thanks and happy caching.
All right, there we go with Lookout Lisa. And wow, this has been a fairly decent show today, I believe. Let me give you some information here how to contact me. Like I said, you can always send an email to radiotalkshow2013 or you can go to speakpipe.com/hikerjames, and that's spelled HIKERJAMZ. Okay, you can go there and send me an audio recording and for a 90-second audio. And if you need more time than that, just send what you have and then start it up again to continue with your story. Also, I've mentioned this quite a few times, that on my website, hikerjamestalkshow.com, if you go to that and over on the right-hand side of the page, right there where it first comes up, you will see where it says home, and under that it says sending a voice message. If you go to sending a voice message, it explains to you, if you don't already know, how you can send me a voice message using your own laptop or computer. And it's simple, and a lot of people don't know that there's a sound recorder on there, but it is up into your, you click on your start, you go to all programs, accessories, and sound recorder. That's it. You know, the little recorder pops up when you click on that. Record as much as you want and save it to some place where you'll find it after you saved it. Then you go to Radio Talk Show 2013 at gmail.com on your email. And in the subject line, you put radio show. Then you insert the file, which is where you saved it. It should have already been made into an MP3 audio. You just insert that and maybe leave me a little message, say, hi, how are you? Here's my audio or whatever, and then send it. And we will play that on the radio as well. Have your favorite story, adventure, or comment on there, and we will definitely throw that up there on the air the next week. If I don't get it until Sunday morning, it'd be a little rough getting it on there before the show airs. But if it comes in anytime during the week, it will be on the Sunday show. Which right now that we have a new episode every Sunday by noon, and I say that because it depends on what time I get around to doing the show. Like I said today, I was up pretty early, but some days don't get around to doing the show till later. But it will always be out by 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern New York time. So tell your friends and family and everyone that you know. Maybe even share this audio or video, this radio show on your social media. So let other people see it, and maybe they will come up there to listen also. I am on YouTube, Hiker James 1. Let's see, I'm on Tumblr. I'm on Twitter at Hiker James. I'm on Facebook, and I have a group page on Facebook also, and for geocaching. So let's see. Let me get you an address for that as well, because you might want to go up there and sign up for 226 members on there. And what you do is you go to facebook.com/groups/HikerJames. That'll take you there, and just request to be a member, and there we go. And there's lots of posts and comments and stuff going on that, so check it out, and you'll be glad that you did. Also, don't forget to check out cashface.social, because that's the place to be also. This is a worldwide social media. It's free. There's really a lot of nice people out there that will help you out in some of your questions and things. Make sure at least just go up there and look at it. Let's see, what else can we do here? We got about a minute left. There ain't nothing we can do except call it quits. Okay, and everybody have a safe weekend, and be careful out there through the week, and we'll see you all next week here on Hiker James After Cash.